Hello everyone and welcome to APT University. Today we're going to be looking at how you can use AdvancePro to manage a rental business. We will be taking any questions at the end, so feel free to put any questions you might have into the questions tab on your GoToWebinar control panel. So we also do have our full catalog on of our APTU videos available under the resources tab of AdvanceProTech.com or on our YouTube channel. If you like today's video and you want some more details, you might want to take a look at our customer order and customer returns videos. So for today's purposes, we're going to talk about a rental company as any company that's going to return most or all of the items that they issue or sell to customers. In your company, this might mean you're actually making sales of clothing online, but you're returning a lot of those goods. Or you might have a more traditional rental business where you don't really sell an item, but you give it to someone and charge a rental service fee. And you might also potentially charge a late service fee if they don't return goods on time. So, for example, we're going to come into AdvancePro at this point. Let's just make an order, and for today's purposes, everything is going to be a customer order. We're going to come into new orders, and we'll choose our customer, or we could create a customer that we're issuing this rental or sale to. We'll go ahead and proceed, and at this point we're going to add some items, and we could either charge full price for these items, or we can actually have this set with a customer price of 0, and we could have a rental fee attached to those items. So let's go ahead and put in a service fee or a rental fee. There it is. So now we have our service fee. I'm going to go ahead and attach a fee here since we don't have a default fee. We could. We happen to not have configured it for today. So we've gone and set a fee. Now we can save this, and we can also set an expected return date. Now at this point I'm going to go ahead and place this order, and since typically in a rental business you're actually issuing directly to the customer, I'm going to mark invoice only, so we're going to skip our shipping process. Although if you're shipping out and then receiving back, we could also go through that process. I'm going to go ahead and place the order, and that's going to remove our stock. It's going to take it out of our warehouse. Let's go ahead and submit that. And at this point, we've gone ahead and sent our item out. We have an invoice. Now, a big problem in a lot of these companies is actually understanding when items are expected to be returned, who's overdue. So now we're going to focus on returns. And you might do this actually as you're issuing the customer rental. You might go ahead and issue a customer return to match it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our customer. We can search for the items that we expect to return. I'm going to go and grab the item that we've just issued, and we'll go ahead and create a return for it. Now, in your case, we will be issuing the return for $0, and there's no credit, there's no replacement per se, and I am going to put a reason of just rental return. And we can set when we expect to receive that return. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Oh, I'm going to mention how many I'm returning. There we go. And process it. So at this point, we've queued up a return, and if we head over to the warehouse, we can come to customer returns, and we'll be able to see if there's anything overdue. It looks like we have one sitting out from April, so we can see that we've got an overdue return there, and then we've got our return that's due back today. And as the customer returns the goods, we can open that order up. We can see what's going to be coming in. We can return. If we have serialized our items that we're shipping, we can also mention the serial number for the item that's being returned. So we can keep track of individual units that we've rented out. And if the customer attempts to return an item that isn't the same item that we rented to them, based on our serial number records, we can find that out as we're processing that return. So at this point, I'm going to return those items. That comes back into inventory. We do also have the option to return items to a review queue so that they won't be available to send out to new customers until we review their condition, refuel them, etc. And then we can release them to general inventory. So that's receiving the return. Now, if we need to issue a late charge, we would go to the customers. We would have a new order for that late charge. and we could have a custom field on here as well that says what that's for. I'm just going to go ahead and put on another service fee. You can have all kinds of service fees. If you want more information on that, take a look at our video on service items. This is just a generic one, but you could be more specific and actually have one that says late fee, and we can charge our customer for that late fee. If we want, we can take a payment for that as well at this point. You can take a look at our payments video on that. So that covers just a general tour of how you might use AdvancePro to run a rental business. If you have any questions, do feel free to enter them into the questions tab of your GoToWebinar control panel, and I'll see you back here next week. Thank you all for watching. And seeing no questions, we'll be wrapping up for today.